Aquaba. Welcome to Diamond's channel. Guys, how are you doing today? Hey, a one-on-one. Oh yes. And this one-on-one has led me to a place called Cantonment in Accra, Ghana. You're looking at this right here. What does this mean? Digital Africa Dance Development Services. Who is Diane having on our channel to share? I tell you, things are not coincidence. But I met a gentleman, guys, couple days ago. A fellow Jamaican introduced me, and I was given his business card by himself. None other than Chief Trevor Lloyd Beckford. When I got that business card and saw Chief on there, I said to myself, I need to have a one-on-one. So guys, here we have fellow Jamaican born, Chief Trevor. Welcome to Diana's channel. Thank you for affording me this one-on-one where I'm going to delve into a little bit of your background and for you to share with my audience why Ghana for you. But before we get into all of that, let's just start with, could you share where were you born in Jamaica?
Okay, good morning to your audience, Diane. Thank you for your inquisitivity, knowing about the the um, the dad's mission, which is the Chief Trevor Lloyd Beckford mission. I'm the founder of Dads, and by the way, I got the title Chief when I served as Minister of Finance and Public Service for the Akompong Nation, Akompong Maroon Nation, from 2012 until 2016. So that's where the title chief came from.
Okay, from 2012 to 2016.
Yes.
But reverse a bit. Just let us know where in Jamaica you were born in Jamaica?
Born, well, yes, I'm an African born in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And on the reservation called Jamaica. I was born in the Salama Hospital, got conceived, same place where Peter Touch got conceived in
So
Grange
you're
Jail,
from the parish of
Westmoreland.
Westmoreland in the house.
Yeah, man. So, and
You migrated from Jamaica. Do you remember when you
well, the
migrated?
first migration was in 15th of March 1985. I went to New York on a quest to develop a sustainable African business culture. I want to know, change the narrative that when other races develop businesses, they strive. And when we African do anything, and I was talking about my own community in Jamaica, you know, the people pass the African business and go support other races, and I want to change that. And then the African business start today and tomorrow it closed down, and that need to change. So I embark on a journey to create a sustainable African business culture. I went to New York. I live among different ethnic group of people and studying them by observation, because I realized when I ask direct questions, they don't tell me the truth. So I stopped asking questions, befriend people, and learn by observation. What are their sustainable cultures and traditions? And I only pick the good out of each ethnic group and put those good practices together to create a sustainable African business culture, which I'm currently implementing in Ghana.
How long have you lived in the States?
I live in the States for 12 years. Originally, I went there for 5 years to do this research, and it took me 12 years, because I could not get into New York University to do such um, course. They actually kicked me out and said, no, we don't teach that here. I went to Columbia University in New York, and the same thing. And I mentioned a certain individual name, and they allowed me to use their library. And I had also access to the New York library, university library. And I do quite a bit of research at the New York Business Library on 34th Street. And I also do some research at the UN Library in New York. So it wasn't easy. And I have to finance it myself in order to have an independent voice getting it done. Give up social life and so forth. So, this year, March gone is 39 years. March coming is 40 years, and I would like to get the implementation way on the way so that by March next year I can ease back and let professional people do the work.
So why Ghana? What prompted you to make it destination Ghana? How long have you been in Ghana?
I've been in and out of Ghana from the 90s.
Oh.
And sometime, and not just Ghana, West and Central Africa.
Okay.
So I'm doing a lot of research here of how we're going to come back to coexist peacefully, making contribution to change the mindset of the people, and give the youth on the continent an opportunity, give them new hope. Because we as diaspora and the historical diasporans who went through the transatlantic slave trade, Africa is the youngest continent, and most of the youths, they don't know anything about us. So we have to come back and test the waters first to see what is needed in order for us to understand one another and can peacefully coexist. Because coming home is a must. We are a continental people. We are not an island people. In the Caribbean, I'm speaking about us in the Caribbean, particularly now. So I found out that we need to have an institution that guide the repatriation process, and put an end to that question of the repatriation. So I have launched the repatriation for people of African descent, the Caribbean and Latin America. And why I do this is because the African Americans I could take the liberty of saying they are well taken care of by their embassy here. We do not have an embassy in Ghana, even though Ghana have over 6,000 Jamaicans. But we have alone. A consulate. We have a consulate. The embassy is in Nigeria. Nigeria, yes. And Nigeria Nigeria don't even have 3,000 Jamaicans. Well, you know, so we are lobbying, advocating to get the High Commission here, embassy instead of just a consulate.
Understood.
Yes.
So through your mission, Chief Trevor, going back and forth on the continent of Africa from the 1990s, you're here in Ghana. Are you now living in Ghana permanently, or
Yes, I'm living in Ghana permanently
since
now.
when? How long have you been here permanently?
4 years now.
Ah, so you're almost 2 years ahead of me.
Yes, and why Ghana?
Yes, I would like to know why did you choose? Because we can say Ghana is your base,
Yes,
your
it
mission
is
headquarters for
headquarters.
Ghana, and why Ghana?
Well, the reason for it is this. I've traveled throughout the Central and Western African region, all the Gulf of Guinea, and I get goosebumps when I land every time I come to the ports of Ghana. It is a spiritual thrill, and I work very closely with the ancestors, and this is where they lead me.
Yes.
Yeah, and we are mountain people. You know, yeah, Kompong is if you go into the mountains, you get the Akrompong, Mangpong, and all these um, um, associated names. And the mountain, the spine of Jamaica, was the spiritual aspect of our revolution that protect and guide us throughout. So we resonate with the mountains. And we are now embarking on developing a city in the mountains of Ghana here. We're doing first, we're doing an elite city because in the research we found out that a lot of the wealth achievers in the diaspora want to come home to Africa, but there's no appropriate infrastructure to facilitate them. And that, and you can't tell people to throw away their money. You have to show people how, give them comfort.
Absolutely.
So you have to make it comfortable for them to come live, raise their children, work and retire. So we're putting in that infrastructure now, and also invest. We're doing this, that is doing this because right now all third world countries, not just our developing countries, not just Ghana, foreign direct investors, they come in and they invest their money into a project. At the end of the year, they take their money and are the profit, and they go. We see that in many industries. If the wealthy African Americans and Caribbean, the diasporas who are wealth achievers, come in with their investment to live here, their investment will stay here and support both the macro and microeconomies of the country, and that is what we are embarking on. We also doing equity um, development where we share what we're bringing back to the continent. We're sharing it with the young continental Africans, starting in Ghana. So we're giving them approximately 40% of our wealth that we are developing here. And these wealth are agro-businesses. We're doing this, the research that I've done, it had convince us that we need to grow our own medicinal food. And medicinal food will start first with various type of cereals, which we are now embarking on, with some collaboration of other sane-minded people who are operating here in Ghana. So we're planting organic corn, rice, sorghum, wheat, and soya bean.
So Chief Trevor, do you have outreach programs? How are you getting this message across the global space?
Well, we're just getting into reaching out because we realize that when a lot of people talk, and nothing is done,
Absolutely
and we don't want to fall in that category.
Talk.
So what I did, I earned my way through, which take me much slower, but at least I can afford to do the things that are necessary myself, and we reached a point now where we are at implementation, and we are now setting up the digital market marketplace, where investors can come and invest in our projects, and where home buyers can buy a home through our channel. That website is due to be out this month end, so I'm having a meeting a short while from now on that.
So what platforms are you presently on in promoting, marketing, and selling this mission?
Well, as I said, the marketing website will be up in a few days, and it's starting with the elite development. The elite, we're building some small mansions. We have the silver, the gold, the diamond, and the platinum categories, and then we're doing this in Apredi. The agricultural thing, we are now about to involve the public in it. As we reach to that point where we can do that now, we are collaborating with the Kantanka organic farming to do these things. So we don't want to say too much.
Understood,
yes.
Chief Trevor, but your dad's website, yes? If persons go on the dad's website, they'll come like, what is that? Never heard of it before. If they go on the dad's website, will they be able to get an insight? Very good insight of what we're doing. Excellent. Yeah, very, very good insight. That is registered here in Ghana to advocate for the digital industrialization of the agriculture and the fishery sector. Awesome, guys. I will put the DAD website in the description. Yes. On this blog. Chief Trevor, could you expand now the title chief? Share that again. How did you get the title chief? Who appointed you or anointed you? Is that the correct term to use? Oh well, as I was appointed by in the previous Akompong administration by Colonel Ferran Williams. I had served in the previous administration with Colonel Peddy. What year, please? This was in the 2000.
2000, somewhere there in the earlier 2000, 2005, in those times, as environmental advisor to the Colonel Petty. And then when Colonel Williams came, one, he appointed me, he and his council appointed me as Minister of Finance 2012, and I served until 2016.
4 years.
Yeah. But I have so much work doing back here. And I also knew that just serving as a minister there was not going to solve our problem there because of the blackmailing of the Maroon people by the gatekeepers them and the reservation there and the island. You know, for you know, Jamaica is a corporation. It's a crown corporation, and they're not allowing for another sovereign nation to have economic prosperity.
Chief Trevor. Chief Trevor. One of the things I would like you to share for me is you're here in Ghana now almost 4 years. Yeah? 4 years.
4 years.
How would you say describe life, movement, moving around, day to day in Ghana, assimilating? What can you share that experience for those out there? After all is said and done, you nestled into your Airbnb or wherever, and you need to go about getting business done, moving. What would you say to that? Your experience for you, making a comparison. Me coming from Jamaica, living in the US, and then here. Day-to-day activities in getting
Well, I start with it this way.
Yes.
In Jamaica, if I do executive profile blood test, I have to wait sometime 2 weeks to get the blood result. Here, if I do a blood test in 20 to 30 minutes, I get the result. I will give up Ghana for nowhere else in the world. And I've been around many African countries. Forget about Jamaica and because we were so misled in the West about that is the best life to live. And I have proven that from long ago, decades now, that that's not true. I discover Africa. Yeah, I rediscover Africa, I should say. So everything is at your fingertip here. My sister came another day. She said, "Oh, Yuba, they have Yuba." I said, "What is to this girl?" I said, "America has spoiled you. There's so many negative things out there in the West about Africa."
But we will change that, Chief Trevor.
Not will. We shall change it.
And we are doing so one by one.
There is down there in the US or in Europe, you get
Or Canada.
Canada, North America. You get most of your food from a lab. Here, the cow eat grass, the sheep and the goat eat grass. The chicken meat here. My wife said that the chicken meat here have different flavor than ours back home. And rightfully so, yes. It's good, and there's so many fish here from the lake. You don't have to. Everything here is fresh and nice. You don't have to you don't have to eat from the fridge.
Chief Trevor, that is correct. We're winding down. Can you we sell in Ghana to the diaspora, Jamaican diaspora, and anyone else that passes over to Dinah's channel and stops for more than a second. Give me your top 5 reasons for you why you will say destination Ghana, continent of Africa, please.
Well,
The top 5 for you.
the top 5. First is it is the most peaceful country, I would say, in the world.
For what it all?
You know, and here the weather is superb. You know, the people are friendly. Just don't get too excited. You know, keep your head on your body and stay focused. Um, it is a place that is full of opportunities. You know, the food here is second to none. Um, but my words to those who want to come, you have to come in. It is advisable that you come in through an institution that have experience and who also, if you're going to buy land, you make sure that you buy it from a reputable organization. Have have a reputable organization involved in what you're doing. It is very important that you do that. And you'll be glad you do that.
Well, Chief Trevor, I'll just add in because I got the same information somewhat. I will say for anybody who is like the dime is the solo, one entry lady. Pack up your things and come in, or even if you're not solo, we can still guide you through that because all of us charter in our own path. But Chief Trevor hit some solid points, and that is true and correct. What he has just outlined, the top 5. Chief Trevor, it was certainly a pleasure having you on the Dynamics channel. I hope your mission thrives and you gain the success because what you're offering and what you're about is well needed. You're on point when you said the Americans, they're taken care of to an extent. And we certainly need that type of organization.
Yes.
To be able to mobilize our people and let them know it is okay. Another takeaway for me that you said, which is so true, in wanting to build a city or intending to build a city.
Yes, foreign city.
The creature comforts are things that our people are accustomed to. We cannot take that and throw it and say, hey, no. I think that is also
we are not redressing. We are not redressing.
That's
yes, yeah. So what we are doing here is to make it acceptable, simple for us to rekindle, peacefully with our siblings. We're setting up workshop now to have cross the table talk with some of the natives here. Let's listen to their story. For they too have a story. We have ours that we went into this brutal enslavement thing, but they too have a story because they were colonized on their own land, and there are things that they want to tell us that we don't know, just like how we want to tell them,
roundtable discussion.
Yes, so we put in that human capacity building so we can teach each other about the other, and we can understand, and so we can accept and get together more as one. The other thing is that we are concentrating on protecting, preserving, resuscitate culture heritage and art before the transatlantic slavery, so that we can give our people, the young youths, um, themselves. This is what you were before. You have this greatness, so that they can start to see self worth in themselves and stop look up to other people and see themselves as equal.
What a wonderful way to close off, Chief Trevor. See yourself, see the value in
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
Thank you again. It was my pleasure. Guys, if you enjoyed what Chief Trevor just unload, deliver, articulated his mission, please share, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. One love. Thank you. Merasi.
I'm Papa Africa.
God bless.